Hell, okay, Dave. Here's another one. You're a big guy. You're a big guy, 285 pounds, and you're going to be carrying little Charlie the dog, which is probably another 20 pounds. And you're going to be carrying gear and stuff, and you need water, and you need doggy food, and you need food supplies for yourself, and all of that other stuff. And then you were telling me that the guys, and I'm I'm not too clear, but I'm pretty sure you're going to be using an electric bike or an e-bike, right? And you were telling me in your last email or your last comment that right, the bike manufacturer, right, doesn't recommend you using that little trailer that you got. Well, I don't either. Me and Anonymous pulled the trailer in the very beginning. We pulled the trailer from Gilbert all the way up to I think it was Santa Barbara, right? And we had nothing but problems with it. Nothing. Yeah, granted, it was a junky trailer and we had cheaty tires, but we had multiple flats. There was two extra fucking tires we had to keep track of. We had to have, and then they were oddball size. They were 16.5s, right? And he was using 26-inch tires. I was using 700C tires. See, so we had four different kinds of sets of sizes of tires. We had to have tubes. And we ran out of tubes for the little trailer tires, and we ended up, experimenting and doing all kind of crazy shit to just keep the stupid thing going. And then on top of it, we had a tendency to just overfill it with stuff. Whenever we find something, we throw it in the trailer. Whenever we had something, we throw it in the trailer. Right? He was already carrying, a couple, 3 gallons of water and the food and everything else and everything, and it's slow going. We had to switch back and forth a lot of times when we were pedaling up the mountains because he would get tired or I would get tired or it would just be too damn steep and we just stop. Right? Pulling a trailer is a chore, especially in bike tours, right? Unless you have the right trailer. Now there's a couple of companies. There's this one trailer called the Bob. Right, it's a single frame. It's got one wheel. It bolts onto the back of your bike. You know what I'm saying? And it's very sturdy, and it can carry a lot of weight, 300 pounds, I say. And that's just on the trailer, and it has one wheel, and it's a follow behind. Right now, this is probably the best trailer you can get on the market. Right, it helps with the stability. You know what I'm saying? It's an inline. You know what I'm saying? So you got 3 wheels on the ground instead of 2 wheels on the ground and 2 wheels like this. Right, you know what I'm saying, and that has a tendency because Anonymous would have problems with the trailer wobbling like this as we were going downhill or the wind was blowing or whatever, right? And eventually if you look at any of the videos, you'll see that it eventually wore the trailer hitch thing up that we had. We had to right there on the side of the road, had to improvise, had to figure out a new way to do it. Right from that point on, and that was kind of like the breaking point for Anonymous ditching the trailer. Now. Since Charlie the dog is a little dog, he's a little Jack Russell dog, you might want to consider getting one of those baskets, big, a good medium-sized basket and mount it on your handlebars and carry Charlie the dog in that basket, right? I mean, he likes riding anyway, and he wants to see. He doesn't want to be in the back, you know what I'm saying? He wants to check everything out. He wants to be right there with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, I would recommend that you try to do that. Try to get him a basket where he can sit in the front, put him a little blanket, you know what I'm saying? Get a little water bar right there for him. You know what I'm saying? And it's easier. It'd be easier. And it's easier for you to talk to him, communicate with him. You know what I'm saying? He's a Jack Russell. He's going to get excited. Anyways, couple other things you need for like equipment, right? You need to have a couple of sets. Oh, excuse me. You need to have at least one set of extra tubes for your bike. Right, you need a patch kit, you know what I'm saying? You need a bike pump, one of them little small, 100 psi little pump, rocket pumps would work really good. We found a really good one on the side of the road, right? And you need some rain gear, right, just in case, right? You need some good sleeping bag. I'm pretty sure you got an idea of all this stuff, you know what I'm saying, what you need, right? Since you're a big guy, you know what I'm saying, you're going to need a little bit extra water, so you might want to mount a couple of extra bottle racks on your bike or something to figure out a way to do it, right? You don't want to carry a whole bunch of food with you. We discovered, you know what I'm saying, like within the first month that having a little bit of extra food, something you could just pop the lid off and just go right here, right now, or maybe, a box of soups or something, was good for us, you know what I'm saying, when we needed that extra little bit of carbohydrates or something. You wanna concentrate on keeping yourself healthy and hydrated during this whole thing. Since you're older than me, you know what I'm saying? Well, the little doggy's not going to be able to give you CPR, bro, right? You fall over dead on the side of the road. right? Another thing when you're dealing with bicycle tours, you have to be very mindful of the cars, and especially the motorhomes, right? Because they can't see you. I mean, they're driving by, and the bottom of their window is still a foot above your head, right? You have to be very mindful when you're on the highway, especially when you're on a highway where there's no shoulder or there's a really narrow shoulder. Right, because they're still doing 70 miles an hour. They don't give a shit about you. Jimmy Jack wants to get up there to the beach so he can build a fire and throw a bunch of Budweiser cans on the ground. Right? So be mindful, Dave. I mean, this could be a very involved thing, right? Depending on how far you go, and saying where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? Just be mindful, right? Because that was the biggest danger to us was the cars. Right, everything else, you know what I'm saying, you'll find, the universe will provide for you. You will find stuff that you actually need. You will. Right? Anyways, this is me, Brian. Just thought I'd throw another one at you, Dave. I'd say hi to Charlie for me. Thank you.